The visual symphony of red and blue lights flooded the surrounding night sky. If it wasn't a crime scene, the colors would have been an enjoyable sight. However, knowing what was waiting at the scene, the lights tightened Ransom's stomach. Pulling up just short of the other vehicles, he parked his old red truck on the side of the road. 2 agencies were on scene, the Nevada Highway Patrol and the Las Vegas Metropolitan Police Department. Ransom leaned on his cane and climbed out of his truck. "Detective Walsh, you seen Lisa and Gabe?" Ransom asked. "They're over there with Sheriff Briggs." The officer pointed in the direction of a large metro suburban park nearer the front of the vehicles. Lisa and her partner Gabe were standing in front of the vehicle, talking to a highway patrolman. Lisa had her hand on Gabe's shoulder, attempting to share moral and physical support to her partner. Ransom walked through the maze of vehicles and stopped just short of the small gathering. Gabe was staring at the ground in disbelieving daze, occasionally shaking his head. He looked tired, as if his soul was worn thin, barely holding up his limp frame. Lisa noticed Ransom as he closed the distance and stopped by Gabe. Seeing Ransom standing there, Lisa bit her lower lip to quell her emotions and remain strong for Gabe. Ransom reached for Gabe's arm and asked, "Hey, Gabe, how you holding up?" Gabe slowly looked up at Ransom's face, barely taking notice of his arrival. His response matched his broken posture. "Fine, doing just fine." After hearing Gabe's response, Ransom looked to Lisa. She pursed her lips and shook her head. He sounded like he was trying to convince himself, or at best trying to simply share an answer that would satisfy the questions. The look in his eyes gave away his devastation. Not only had he lost his daughter, but his 2 grandchildren and their father. The destruction was too much for anyone to sort out. "I need to get home to my wife," Gabe said to no one specific. "I can take you," Lisa offered, her hand still on his shoulder. Gabe shook his head. "I need you here, Lisa." Gabe pointed in the direction of his daughter and her family in the SUV. "You need to figure this out." Ransom leaned on his cane and began to offer to take Gabe home, but was cut off. "No, I need you to help her, Ransom. I need you to make sense of this." A tear rolled down Gabe's cheek as he battled with the images of his family in the car. Lifeless bodies, void of the joy and hopes once dancing inside them. He needed to think about his wife. "Gabe, I'm not even a cop anymore," Ransom apologized to his friend. "I don't care. I need this, Ransom. I want someone working on this that knows them, that knows me and Catherine. This wasn't an accident. Tell me you'll do it." Gabe waited, then turned to his partner. "Tell him, Lisa. Tell him to help you on this." Lisa looked at Ransom and tried to read him. Over the years, she was able to pick up on the little tics and motions driving Ransom, little forewarnings of his resulting decisions and actions. Ransom's only option was to concede. He nodded at Lisa. "I'll do what I can," he answered Gabe. A flicker of relief grew in Gabe's eyes. Lisa called over a uniformed Metro officer and instructed him to drive Gabe to his house.